Well, hello everyone, it's Liam Carlson here as we venture into another episode of the Vampire Diaries with episode 19 of season 6. So, yeah, we'll have 3 more episodes left to go to trek through. And, yeah, it's been a very, very great season. It's been very fantastic, probably the best one of the last few. Just with what's been going down, obviously we had that really emotionally rough patch in the middle with obviously what happened to Liz, but yeah, I mean, it's just been really, really fantastic. So, with Stefan now having his humanity switched back on, which I thought was going to happen a bit later, but yeah, I mean, we've got a couple of things to go through over the next couple of episodes before we do move into season 7, especially now with the introduction of Lily's, well, allies, I guess, who were former Gemini witches, but yeah, they are witch vampires, vampire witches, whatever term you prefer. So yeah, that's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to divulge into, as well as, of course, Caroline's still out there, probably going to be causing havoc, because, I mean, yeah, it's not going to be her and Stefan, but Stefan has kind of put her in a position where she might be causing havoc, so we'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, this is episode number 19 of season 6. Let's go.
Switch back on, and now you want to eat people, which I am totally down for. So,
wait, is this
what the hell are we doing in a B&B in Grove Hill?
Well, I figure we
I mean, he's playing the part, isn't he, that his humanity switch is still off. Because we saw it.
First step, convince her that my humanity is still off. I'll tell her that my run-in with
there we
my mother
go.
had no effect on
Okay.
me.
I see him.
Damon, shut up.
I mean, it's a bit of a tricky bet for you, isn't it, brother?
Oh,
She's
no.
gonna expect a lot.
Okay.
Oh, no.
What am I missing here?
Nothing.
Hang on
Wait.
a second. Did you and Caroline?
Do it.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
This is
because plans can change.
Towels.
Oh! Just love that. Towels.
Do this?
Boo boo.
Let's just get it over with.
But her friends are vampires who can do magic.
I think the PC term is witchpire.
The PC.
is freaks who never dealt
See, I even
It
said
doesn't
it.
matter,
I
because
even
she
said it.
still
Witch
needs a
pyre.
spell to open up the door to 1903, Bonnie.
Oh, so it means she's gonna come looking for me.
So we stole her.
Or
Lily's
vampires.
like a bill.
Oh man.
Oh,
God damn, Elena.
Elena.
Give him time.
Hey.
we were just keeping a really close eye on your friends.
Yeah, real close.
And you were keeping
Yeah, I could
each other
see
closer.
Yeah, great. So we'll see you in a few hours.
Rick,
Yeah.
it's really nice to see you happy.
It is.
Oh, thanks.
He deserves it.
I think they're
Sandpaper rubbing against my veins.
They're drying us out. First they drain our
Well,
blood.
give up. No, yeah.
Then they
Oi.
starve us.
I know how desiccation works, Stefan.
Is that how
do
desiccation
that,
feels
Brian.
like? Sandpaper. Oof.
I can literally tell us how to deal with the death of a loved one.
I'm not here to preach to you, Caroline.
She's
Just
just
came to show you this.
yeah.
This letter
checking up.
from your mom arrived at our dorm just a few days after her funeral. Apparently there was something she wanted to tell you.
Maybe I should read it first.
Why do you care?
I mean, what happens if eventually you get your humanity back and you hate me?
Stefan,
for
you're throwing the
destroying last
game.
thing your mom wanted
You're
to say to
throwing
you?
it harder than
Those
Ferrari
words
did with the
seriously
season.
just come out of your mouth?
Oh no.
But if you want us back, you're gonna have to try a lot harder than that.
He says whilst feeling bad. I would have made a photocopy just in case, but they didn't even go in the envelope because it's not theirs.
My lunch companion has yet to arrive. Won't you join me for a drink?
Don't mind if I do.
Oh boy.
She burned the letter.
Oh boy.
That was my ace in the hole. I blew it.
I mean, to be fair, if that was your ace in the hole, then that's not really a good plan, Elena. Just say, because I mean, when it comes to humanity switch, yeah, Stefan was quicker than anticipated, which, you know, feel how you feel about it in terms of like you guys, of course, but when Stefan enacted on the plan of emotionally torturing Caroline, basically, you don't expect, okay, one trick to work and then, oh shit, she's back. I would have taken it little teeny tiny steps. If I were to plan it out, if I were to eventually give the letter. So, yeah, but that's just me.
In a loft in Tribeca, above the bar that you work at.
You made me Matt Donovan and
Okay, you own the bar. And when you're not working...
Plot twist, she wants to be with Matt.
You're in our...
No, it's really quite sad, actually. I could see Liz right now.
That's...
Parents
See, I feel like this should have been before the letter. I don't know why.
Cancer, Damon. That is where she went wrong.
Oh, blame
Yeah,
her.
yeah, it was her fault.
Healthy attitude, Carol.
Bowl of soup?
You bet. And that comes with a side of fries or skins.
What's fries?
I'm sorry, did you say skins?
Oh, God!
I'm afraid I don't know what that is.
Neither, thanks. And I'm not.
What kind of skins are we talking about?
Oh, I see. All this time, you thought that I abandoned you.
Yeah.
I
Enzo...
would never do that, Lorenzo.
Enzo Loki had a crush.
Sounds like a chore.
Loyalty is never a chore, Lorenzo.
I don't know, try being a Ferrari fan. That's 2.
Bonnie Bennett. You see, my traveling companions remain trapped in that prison world. Miss Bennett has offered to get them out.
Are the only thing that keep me from becoming that monster again.
Your real family is right
Yeah.
here. In this
You're
house.
sounding like Raven from Ruby. Just saying.
Lily, relax.
I said get out.
Oh boy. Oh shit. Her eyes did the talking there.
Lord, I can just as easily destroy something of great significance to you.
You're not touching Elena.
Tucked inside a shoebox.
Oh,
Clearly you've learned the art
that's...
of hiding from your mother.
You wouldn't
He
do that.
never hides shit
Yes,
well.
I did.
Am I making you nervous?
Caroline.
Maybe.
When did you flip it back?
What are you talking about?
Don't play
Your
dumb.
humanity's been back on this whole time.
Please stop.
Relax, Stefan. I don't really feel like kissing anymore.
All that. Not gonna lie, that is some weak ass door if yeah. Who's on watch, by the way?
Mom has to care, buddy.
What are you talking about?
If I don't bring her that, she's gonna destroy it.
So your own mother is leveraging you?
Yeah.
Guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, alright. Oh.
If I smell
What about
the streets,
Bayman?
And about what happens if you don't give Elena the cure.
When she, what
You're
if,
scared about what happens if you
yeah, what if she's human again? What does this mean for these two? Good choice. I mean, you take Elena's word for it. You gotta realize, you're jeopardizing things.
Step out of the car.
No.
I said get out of the car.
What the hell? What the hell is this?
You're under arrest for the murders of Chris Benton. Isn't real.
It's working. The pain you're feeling, let it in.
It was
Starve me?
okay.
Bleed me
Awesome.
Put visions in my head. That was
Awesome,
your plan all
You
Stefan.
need to come back now, Caroline.
Okay, we're step 4. No, there we go.
I don't want your help, Stefan. I just want you to die.
Well, that's not very polite. I had a feeling that was gonna happen.
Needle and thread as requested. Do I want to know why you've suddenly decided to take up sewing?
Well, Caroline and I spent the entire day digging in the woods to find a teddy bear, and now she wants to repair it.
More than that.
Oh.
I'm dying. I'm allowed to be blunt. It's a time saver.
Well, I don't think the timing is right for me and Caroline right now.
I love how she was like hoping for
Don't
these
blame
two to
me,
be
why don't
together.
No,
I guess I want it to be perfect too.
Just
You're
like
a good mom.
Caroline. Yeah.
I hope so.
You are.
I want to see the rest. I want to read your letter. Please, Mommy.
Oh, Mommy, yeah. Alright, we're having our humanity back on this episode. Oh.
I want to see my mom, Stefan. I need to know what she said in that letter.
I already gave you the letter.
I'm so sorry, Stefan. I ruined everything. I ruined everything.
That sense of relief you feel right now, that's the realization that Elena will never leave you.
Shit. Oh no! No!
The cure to vampirism.
Okay.
I left it out for you to find.
Yeah.
Since Damon was never going to offer it to you.
Oh, here we go. Wow! Wow! Wow!
I can explain.
Looks like you two have a lot to talk about.
Great mother of the year. Great mother.
At 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't need a lesson on how the humanity switch works, Rick. Trust me, she doesn't want to see me.
He's the expert of it.
Maybe you should let Caroline decide what she needs.
Yeah. If she wants to see you, go take that opportunity. If she says, I need some alone time. Yeah.
Us. This.
We're just ruining relationships left, right, and centre.
I need to get out of here.
Go on, Joe and Alaric. Why don't we call off the wedding? They come in freeze, they say.
Given the driver quite a shock by walking in front of his car. His heart was beating like a drum. I could see the pulse in his neck. And in that moment, I forgot all my troubles.
That's why she's holding the little cloth, isn't she? Shit! I was gonna say she really snacked into him. I mean, she is a ripper.
And have a family.
Then why would you keep it a secret from me for so many days and then try to have it destroyed?
She's scared of losing.
Because I'm an
Yeah.
idiot. And I'm selfish, and I'm so in love with you, and I don't want to lose you.
Yeah. He's scared of losing you.
I don't want to live without you either.
You're gonna take the cure, Elena,
No.
and I'm gonna take it with you.
Wait, what?
What?
How does that
I'm gonna
work?
face my future without you. I'll become human too.
Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait. Oh, okay. Hang on. There we go. Whew. Okay. Oi. So, I mean, obviously, we know that you can't really, split it, as I think season 4 kind of confirmed it, because I was like, well, why can't we just take it in little sips, right? Make everyone human again. So, yeah, there is that. So how is this happening? Because I mean, Damon's like, yeah, you're gonna take it, and so am I, and then we can have the best of both worlds. Yeah. So how are we doing this? Because again, we know that you can't really split the you can't ration it, right? So what's happening? We can't retcon it, otherwise there's hell going on in regards to season 4. So yeah, we are setting up some interesting things for season 7, big time. Because there are a couple of things that I am thinking of when it comes to this whole dilemma about Damon and Elena. Okay, we'll both be human. How? The math ain't mathing. There's one vial, and we know that you can't ration this. Otherwise, season 4 would have been a bit of a hoo-ha in regards to, well, only one person could take it, and Catherine took it, so yeah. But it's a very interesting prospect in terms of, and I do feel like it's now narrowed down to, well, obviously Damon and Elena, unless someone swoops in and like, yoink, it's mine. But we've narrowed down to the idea of Damon and Elena having it. But again, there's only one vial, but it's also going to be very interesting rolling into season 7 because, I mean, for both cases, and Elena and Damon, making them human again is just going to be very fascinating, especially for Damon, I would say, because, I mean, we've had human Elena, obviously, but it's so funny because by the end of season 3, when she woke up as a vampire, it was so weird for me to wrap my head around that because we've gotten so used to Elena as a human. Dancing between two Salvatore brothers. And now here we are towards the end of season 6 where there is the possibility that she's going to be human again. And it feels weird because I've been so used to Elena as a vampire. And it's like, yeah. But it's going to be even weirder when it comes to Damon as a human because, I mean, apart from the flashbacks, we've gotten so used to Vampire Damon. And now there is this idea that he could be human again. But there are, like, the way I see it, I think we've got 2 avenues that we can dance towards in regards to making both Elena and Damon human. And I'd say both is risky, but one I'd see more likely than the other. Because there could be the potential that I think the 1903 prison world, and this is why I'm saying it's a bit riskier than my other option, which I'll go into in a moment because it's a bit of a tangent. But I'd like the latter to happen, but the riskier option of 1903 does entail, of course, the witch eyes, the vampitches. Yeah. As well as Kai. And we're not out of the woods yet, I believe, in terms of Kai's story. As well as how, you know, where Lily is concerned. And it would just be very, very apt. It would just be very, very convenient, should I say, with, you know, those kind of worms being sprung into the open, and we just have a real... Because there is the idea of these, like with the ending of the last episode in mind, these new form of witch vampire hybrids, they are not to be messed around with, and it just elevates the whole level of threat that, you know, these antagonists could possess, like witches and vampires in one go. Hoi. So yeah. And I do believe they'll lean down towards that option just because, well, now Caroline has a humanity switched on. Lily and her family are really the only threats that we've got to really focus on in terms of the rest of the season. So, yeah. Now, I do have another theory where this could go down towards. And I don't know if this is going to work, but I believe it could work. But again, I am unsure. Hence why I think this is the riskier approach, and I think that, well, I don't know. I just think that it might not work, but it could work. Let's say Elena takes the cure. Right? Damon drains her. Not completely, I'd say. Because that would be... Yeah. But Damon drains her. What does this remind you of? When because Silas turned into a witch again when he drained Catherine. And so he purified himself from that vampirism and all of that for a new source of power. But Catherine, like when Catherine died, of course, she woke, well, when she was supposed to die, she woke back up. Oh, no. Now, the only problem is she was aging more and more, wasn't she? But I think that is down to how old she actually is. Now, it doesn't make sense for Damon to obviously take the cure and Elena drains him, because we'd have the same kerfuffle like, Catherine suffered from, because of the fact that, like I said, I believe it was the fact that Catherine was like hundreds of years old, and this was like time catching up with her. Like, you can't cheat death. We've got to, play catch up. So, and it would do the same shit with Damon in a sense, because I mean, he's not as old as Catherine, but he would still, like, if he was purely human, then he would technically be the oldest human alive. So, yeah. Now, Elena's only been a vampire for a few years. So, if anything, only a few years will catch up to her. And that's why I'm thinking it might work if you drain Elena, because Elena will only lose a few years, if anything. That's my hunch. So, and I like that idea more because it makes sense. It makes sense to fitting with Damon's wishes about, okay, we'll both be human again, and we can do the best of both worlds. Spending forever with me, having that family, boom. And again, we both, well, I don't know, like, if anyone can speak for me, but I want them two to spend together forever. But it's just, which avenue are we going to choose? Because, like I said, I think both are viable options. But, again, this dance has only been done once before. And I can see them potentially going down the same route. So, yeah. So, yeah, I think that might be a possibility in terms of, okay, we'll drain Elena, not completely, of course, or whatever. I mean, to be fair, Catherine still came back, but like I said, her only problem was that time decided, we've got to play catch up. It will say that again to Elena, but it will be like a few years will have been missed. So, yeah. Oh no, you're like, how old is she supposed to be now? Like what? Oh no, you'll be caught up with Bonnie and all of that. So, oh no. Yeah, it's the big catastrophe. That's how I feel like things are gonna go. But we'll see. But they do seem to have this idea cemented. I don't know, but like I said, two avenues. Unless there's a secret third option, we clone. I don't think that's gonna work. No, but in all seriousness, it'll be very interesting to see what they'll do. But I mean, it was really, really great for Damon to turn his back on Lily. But Lily, Jesus Christ, I never would have imagined that. You know what? I know your feelings for Elena, and I know your worries for Elena. So I'm just not going to burn the bloody vial. I'm just going to lay it out there. And like I said, I thought in some semblance there was for some reason, and I think it's what was going through Elena's mind as well, that there was an engagement ring in that box. There's this talk for her forever, and she would have no reason to believe that there would be a cure inside. Because Catherine took it, and now she's gone. So, yeah. But, damn, Lily. Damn. So, yeah. But, of course, those can of worms had to be opened about Damon and his fears about losing Elena, because she wanted a family, and she wants all of these human things that Damon cannot deliver on. Even if she did take the cure, though, that's it. Damon would not be able to reproduce, and not just that though, but Elena would die, and Damon would yeah. We call this the curse of the Time Lords, because just thinking back to the 10th Doctor's discussion with Rose and all of that, and how he was like, "You wither and die, and I just continue on." Because the 10 Rose shippers in season 2 was there, but that's what would happen. Elena would wither and die, and Damon would continue. to age, I guess gracefully. So yeah. And now we have this whole kerfuffle about, hey, we'll both take it. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I just find it very, very interesting, though. Obviously, with, I mean, it's going to be very, very difficult, isn't it, for Damon to be honest with Elena and wrestle those ideas of, I don't want to lose her at the same time, because sometimes that can very much conflict. But obviously, listen, like he's trying to test the waters with Elena's desire of humanity, and it's like, I might lose her, and yeah. So there's obviously the risk added there when it comes to lying to Elena about this cure. So yeah, but they've seemingly found a compromise, so that's so that is something. So yeah, but again, we'll just have to wait and see how if this will work, how it will work, and if it will work. So yeah, but because that's it as well, like Bonnie and the Ascendant as well, because Bonnie was, you know, ready to get rid of it just to ensure that Kai was not going to come back. And to be fair, with Bonnie, I mean, I don't know, like, that's it though. Like, we haven't seen the Ascendant be dealt with. But I don't think that she'll go through with it. I don't think it, like, she'll completely destroy it, just because, again, I don't think we've seen the last of Kai and the rest of the rest of the crew. So yeah, yeah, I mean, I could understand. Like, when Bonnie said it's time for me to put myself first, I'm like, yes, because how many times has she, like, selflessly given up herself? Like, this is her time to start acting selfish, and so she should. So I don't blame her whatsoever. So yeah. But it was just really, really great for, like, Bonnie to approach Damon in terms of his feelings for Elena and all of that. And, yeah, so, but, well, that's it, though. I was just thinking as well, like, look, Elena's even said she's okay staying as a vampire as long as she gets to spend life with you. So, yeah, there is those, like, absences of, what it means to be human, such as having kids and all of that, and growing old with a person. But she's, like, if this is the alternative, she'll take it, okay? So, but now there is this, yeah, now there is this idea that, like I said, it's going to be very interesting, Season 7, if they do manage to go through with it. I mean, there is the plan in motion, but of course, as we know, plans can get thrown out the window, just kind of like how certain plans in this episode were thrown out the window when it came to Caroline, which we'll get onto in a moment. But yeah, I also don't know how to feel about Lily and Enzo, because I'm kind of conflicted. There is a part of me that thinks, oh, this is like, for some reason they are seemingly like giving, for me, little nudges that these two could be a thing, oddly enough. But I mean, they're both vampires, so yeah. But at the same time, there does seem to be like the whole fact that Lily could look at Enzo as it's weird thinking about the alternative, about the fact that them two could be a thing, and then me just bringing that up. But that's it, though. I don't know where they're going with this, because that's the two vibes that I'm thinking when it comes to, I mean, he's already, Enzo has already said that, look, I am loyal to you, but it's the vibes that, like, there's a part of me that thinks, all right, well, this is seemingly going into a relation, into a, if anything, a relationship direction, who knows? At the same time, though, Lily doesn't have Damon and Stefan as her children anymore and all of that, and there is that kind of mother-son dynamic they could approach with this, so yeah. It's weird, but that's how I'm seeing things, and it's just like, ugh, alright, whatever. But, yeah, I mean, apart from that, it was a really, really great episode. Again, I was not expecting to get emotional. Well, to be fair, I wasn't expecting to see Liz, but I mean, that worked really, really well, and it made me look like a complete idiot, because I'm like, well, there is a reason why I was thinking, yeah, so when Caroline broke out, I'm thinking, no one did shit. No one kept an eye, no one made provisions and all of that. I mean, she still had her daylight ring, to be fair, so they made it a bit more easier for Caroline. I mean, yeah, of course, the idea was to make sure that Caroline would have her humanity switch on, but you shouldn't make it any amount of easy for her, because, yeah. But, yeah, I mean, like, with the letter, I was just thinking, should we really be using this idea first? Shouldn't we, like, chip away at her emotions and not just throw a full axe right at the hardest layer? Because, like, first time around? Because, I mean, it was a bit ambitious handing Caroline the letter. Even so, I would have probably, like, that's it, though. It's a risk, I know, but I would, like, that's why I was thinking during the, like, when Caroline was getting her humanity back on, I was hoping that the letter that was, that did end up being burnt was a fake, and that it was just an envelope and all of that, just to kind of bait, because obviously we know that Stefan was in on the plan, and he was pretending to still have his humanity off. But I was just thinking, like, towards the latter part of the episode, maybe the letter was a fake, and they still have the real letter somehow. So, because of course, we know that if, or when Caroline, because they went with that option really early, and I'm like, really? This is your first option? So we knew that Caroline would end up burning the letter, but there is this idea that we know that Caroline's going to feel like absolute shit when she gets her humanity on, realizing she's burnt the letter, she can't get that back, and, yeah, so, but, I mean, it was just really, really wild to see, like, Stefan try to fight those urges, because, of course, with Stefan, like, he's got his emotions back on, and he does want it, like, he doesn't know how to go about this. That's why he was playing a really, really risky game when it came to the letter and burning it, because I'm like, Stefan, you're giving the game away, because he doesn't know how to respond to this. But it's also about Caroline coming onto it to him, because he doesn't want it, like, this isn't real. These emotions, like Caroline coming on to Stefan, this isn't real. So he's in a bit of a kerfuffle because of the fact that, yeah, he's happy enough to play this game and all of that, but there are certain moments where he's like, ah, shit, how do I respond? Like the letter, for example. I'm like, Stefan, you shouldn't really care. I know it's a hard ask, and it makes even more, like, sense when it came to the flashback. So, but still, you're in a bit of a conflict, because I'm like, shit, I shouldn't care, but at the same time, so yeah. But again, no, like, I really, really am glad that they kind of played me like a damn fiddle when Caroline broke out, because I'm like, the lack of security is outstanding. So, and with the letter from the early off and all of that, and how no one was outside the door and all of that, when, you know, when Damon and Elena were talking about the 5-year game, I'm thinking, I had every reason to believe that this was legit. So yeah. So it was really, really great for Stefan to peer into those like memories and all of that, and peer into Caroline's mind. And yeah, I mean, I felt like that was okay. You know, these plans are not working, so we're gonna do things the hard way. I felt like that was the hard way and all of that. In terms of getting Caroline's emotions back on, but it worked, and it definitely worked, making me emotional. So yeah, but it was a stunning episode, and it really sets things up really neatly, not just for like where we might be going next episode, but season 7. Like, that's it though. I know we're nearing the end, and again, I think I made this mention last episode that we're in this period of a TV show where I'm assuming that the writers don't know if this season will be their last or anything like that. Like, you get into like several seasons of a show, and it's like, okay, well, maybe this is going to be the end and all of that. Unless you're like Supernatural or Doctor Who. But, yeah, for most shows, they reach this point, and like even shows in like the late 90s. I mean, you had Charmed thinking season 7 was going to be its last. So, yeah, and, you know, that was definitely, well, I think, with Buffy season 5, I think that was like potentially, like that was written to be an end if season 6 did not get picked up. So we're in that phase where we're uncertain, I would say, if we're getting a season 7, which obviously we know they did, but you can't take any chances to, like, you don't want to leave it on a cliffhanger. So yeah, because that can be absolutely the worst. And, yeah, so, but, we'll have to wait and see where things go with these next 3 episodes leading into season 7. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Toodles!